comes up with winning content ideas for me 24/7, even whilst I sleep. This is based on Hermes agent, and every morning I wake up and it's already done the work. It's found my best content, it's scored it, and it's handed me a list of new ideas that are almost guaranteed to pop off. It's like having a full-time content marketer who never takes a day off, never gets tired, and always delivers before you even wake up. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how you can set up your own. It's easy and you can even run it for free. Plus, stick around because there's one part of the system that creates the actual video for you in a single click, and I'll show you later. You can also automate this into SEO content or social media content. So let's get straight into it. Imagine waking up every morning with personalized ideas ready to go for your content, forged from your own content, and it's done automatically whilst you slept, with every idea looking at your winning content and then giving you more and better ideas with you. Well, that's basically what we've created here inside this system. It's called Hermes Muse, and it basically looks at your existing channels, gives you new content ideas based on your winners. And I'll show you an example of how this works step by step. So essentially, this is running with Hermes. And what we have over here is a system that automatically looks at my content, looks at what's winning, analyzes it every day on a 24-hour basis. Then it actually gives it a score in terms of which content is performing the best. And then from there, it gives us more content ideas that would pop off, right? So you can see, for example, here, it's actually looked through my existing ideas and what's worked for me previously, and then come up with more ideas based on that. So the beautiful thing is, it's like, okay, here's what's working, and then here's what you should create next based on what's working, so you can create more content that actually pops off. And the reason that I would recommend doing this is because most people are playing a guessing game, right? Imagine, for example, having a team who never once checks your performance, right? That producer or that system is what most people do because they're too busy, right? So for example, if you're trying to create content anywhere on social media or just in general, maybe even for your email list, the problem is that you're so busy implementing, you stop to look at what's working and come up with more ideas based on that. But the clues are all around us. And so if we can look at what's working already, well, we have inspiration for the next idea. And you pick an idea because it is actually based on data and actually working. This is what feels right. Right? And this saves you a lot of time as well, because you have an agentic operating system that runs on a 24-hour basis and then gives you ideas for the winners, for what's actually working. Also, what this does is it analyzes and sorts by what got the most attention. So you can switch between what are the winners and what actually got the most attention, and then also what should you create next. And the great thing about this is that it's based on data, right? And this is why we call it Hermes Muse, because Hermes whispers data, right? And whispers it to you before you wake up. So in the old Greek stories, creators didn't come up with ideas on their own. The muses handed ideas to them, and Hermes was the messenger who carried the word. Now, Hermes Muse does the same job with your content. So every morning it's going to read from your existing content, and then it gives you an understanding of how many views you got or how much attention you got, and also how fast that is working right now. Then it blends it into one heat score, finds your proven winners, and an AI agent, which is Hermes, gives you new content ideas based on what's already working. And it gives you, for example, ideas for your titles, for your hooks, for your formats. So you wake up to one tab, as you can see right here, with your ideas waiting, ranked by which is the hottest right now. And you might say, okay, like, well, how many tokens does this cost to use? But you can actually use free APIs. So for example, we have a full system inside the Air Profit Boardroom, and you can get our full agent OS if you want to, but you can use free APIs. So for example, we have a free AI coder built into the system, and we also have local models as well. So that means that you can get the most out of Hermes without using up a lot of tokens if you prefer to do it all for free, which is fantastic. And so if we look at the system, it's like, right, okay, here's what's working right now. Here's your dashboard with your analytics. Here's the trending topics that worked the best for you recently. And then also here's what you should create next, because it is absolutely popping off, right? And so it's using your data and then giving you predictive ideas for the next piece of content. And the reason that you would do this, of course, is like, if you have better content, number one, you can move forward faster. And number two, you can come up with ideas quicker. You save a lot of time on research. And number three, finally, with this whole system, you're focusing on winners. You're focusing on what's going to work next. So, for example, if we look at this system, these are all ideas that would work really well for me. And I know that because I've tested a lot of these ideas previously, and it's so powerful, right? And also, this is great because it runs on a scheduled cron job, which means that it's scheduled on a 24-hour basis. And that means like we don't have to manually do this. It's just running automatically in the background. So it's coming up with new ideas, it's looking at your winners, it's analyzing your content. It's basically like a social media researcher that never takes weekends off and always delivers before you even wake up. Now, some people want to say, I'm not technical, this sounds like a difficult build, etc. So actually, inside our AI Profit Boarding community, we have over like 3,800 members inside there, right? Over 207 pages of wins and testimonials from people learning and growing with AI automation. And so if I'm non-technical and I can do it, and if they're non-technical and they can do it, then you can definitely get the most out of this too as well. Like look, for example, at Kurt. Kurt said the Agent OS changed everything for me. Larry said just joined and wow, right? Christine said great AI teaching. So a lot of people getting great results with this system. And if you look at how it loops around, so you don't have to do any prompting for this, when it loops around, it's essentially running on a 24/7 schedule, reading through my existing data, weighing through the attention that my content gets, and also the velocity of that attention. And then from there, it forges new ideas, and we have a board that's ready to go when I wake up and check the results, which is absolutely amazing. And so we get proven winners without having to think. It just saves us a lot of time. Now, also, this links directly to our other systems inside the Agent OS as well. So, for example, when we come up with these new ideas, we can plug that into our video agents. We have a video agent system over here that can give us new ideas and then create amazing videos, as you can see, that's fully personalized to me, my systems, and who I am. And the same for you. It can create these videos fully personalized to you and all the systems that you have, right? It's super powerful stuff. This is I literally haven't touched this. It's just fully automated using this system that you can see. And the same, for example, for SEO. If you want to create SEO content based on what's trending and what is working for you right now, you can just plug it into this system with the keywords, some ideas that you have as a case study, and then just click generate articles. It will generate and deploy content across your existing websites. Then we also, for example, have the memory system. So what this will do is automatically log the ideas that you get from Hermes Muse into your memory system, so that when you're using Hermes to create content, it looks at your previous winning ideas and then plugs that into its system so that it can give you better ideas in the future. And so it's super powerful, and it all links together as one ecosystem. And it's so much faster and easier than having separate tabs and everything else, right? So you can see what Hermes Muse came up and forged this morning in terms of looking at what content is working and then what we should create in the future, which is pretty cool as well. And also you might wonder, okay, like, will this work for me? Maybe your audience is smaller. It's all relative to you. So it's a formula based on your audience and your data. So the great thing about this is that it's fully personalized to you. And so, for example, if you get 10 times less views, well, it still works at different scales because it's based on a formula, right? So it looks at the attention you're getting and then reverse engineers, okay, what is the winning topics based on what you're currently creating? Now, the other cool thing about this as well is that we can just click on make the video or SEO article, and it will just create it instantly using this system. So if we click on this, we can just generate that instantly. You can see it's plugged it into this right now. We can click on that, and then it will generate the image for social media like instantly. Super powerful stuff, all links together beautifully. And so we go from idea to the video director, the agent Kanban for SEO, and also the image generator, which you can see being created over here. Save so much time. And so if you look at the old way versus the new way with a system like this, the great thing is that the old way is that you would be checking all your data, squinting at analytics, scrolling through other competitors for inspiration, brainstorming titles in a Google document. You'd be picking today's winners based on just how you feel instead of the data, writing everything from scratch, repeating the whole ritual tomorrow. That's why content creators get burnt out, right? They get tired, they get inconsistent ideas, they waste a lot of time. With this system, it's all automatically done, right? So the old system would take like 45 minutes. The new system takes 0 minutes because it's done automatically for you daily, right? So it scans your existing content, it gives you a heat score, it gives you new ideas based on what you should create. And then every idea arrives automatically titled, hooked, and scored. Each names the winner that proves its pattern as well. So it shows you what it's based on. And additionally, in one single click, you can create a video, an article, or a thumbnail. Okay? As you can see right here, we've just created this and it's pretty much ready to go. And so the result is that you save so much time, but you also base in what you create next on a system that is proven to work because it's based on your data as well. And you might say, well, I prefer to rely on intuition. But if you do that, you'll lose against people who do big with data. For me personally, ever since I've used data to help me create content, it saves me so much time because I'm not guessing anymore. I'm basing it on what do people want, what do my audience wants, right? And the thing to note here is like your audience has already voted. The Hermes Muse is just counting the ballots. That's literally all it's doing. And so it works in 5 simple steps. It listens every day. It weighs all your content and your data. It whispers to Hermes in terms of what should come next. It hands off everything inside this idea card so you can just click a button and create whatever you want. And then it restokes every 24 hours. It comes up with new fresh stuff every 24 hours. You can see it's generated a bunch of images here based on that idea. How simple is that as a workflow? Really, really easy. And so if you want this full system, it's inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments description or go to the aiprofitboardroom.com and you can get this full system. Just go to the classroom over here and then you can get the new daily updates and you can grab the new Agent OS version right here. It comes with a video tutorial. You can see when it was last updated. You get the zip file to install it. And then we add new guides and tutorials based on what's just dropped. Inside the community, you can ask questions, get help and support in real time. And then inside the map, you can meet people in your local area who are building out with agents like Hermes and the Agentic OS. So I've shown you that it's non-technical. I've shown you that you can run it for free as well. And I've shown you how powerful it is because it's based on your data and it's actually proven to work. So feel free to get this link in the comments description or go to the aiprofitboardroom.com. Thanks for watching.